Hi everybody, in this video I will tell you about Firebase login with email password or anonymous user. Firstly, you have to set the sign method is anonymous and email password for Firebase, and then user can log in anonymously. Then the Firebase will return to the user object of your user ID and any other information, and the same as with the email and password. You also get the refresh token here. Firstly, you open the Firebase Google Firebase console and click to the console. Click to the previous application that I created in the previous lesson, and open sign method. In sign method, you have to enable email password and enable anonymous user. So yeah, you have to enable two of these to work. Firstly, I create a component, login component, and inside the component I create the new JavaScript file, login component.js. And inside this file I have to import some of the project, the library, and especially the Firebase. So we have some of the library here, and I have the React Native component, and I have to import the Firebase from React Native Firebase and the button. And this is the component with default render function is with a view, and inside the view we have a background color, it's white. We have align item center. Then inside this I have a button, so this is a login anonymous button. And where is this function? So I copy this name. I have to define this function for on press action. So it is an arrow function. So this arrow function will log in. So I will call this function. So after login successfully, it will come to this function, and if it is full, it will come to this function here. So if successfully, you can call the sign in anonymously, and the Firebase will return a user object, and then you can console log that login successfully, and you have to save your state. Is authenticated is a boolean true or false to a state, and after the state is changed, the component will be re-rendered, and the is authenticated is true become true. After that, you can come down to here, and you have to add a text to show the login state, and this will tell the user that login anonymous or it is a blind string, depending on the result. So let's check the is authenticated. Okay, so press login anonymous and wait 1 second. Okay, login anonymous. So it is successful, and we have the user object. By click to this, and you can check by refresh. So you can see that this is the anonymous user. You can refresh to see, yes, with the user ID, and then you can add a new button. Firstly, we have a text input to enter your email. After user type your email to here, it will save to the state type email. Type email is the content of your email address, and it will be updated to the state, and after state is changed, the component is re-rendered. So the type email here, and the placeholder text enter your email, and then the user type your email here, and the same as with type of password. And the user firstly is null. It means that the user firstly do not log in, and the unsubscriber is a listener to see the change in the user object. So subscriber means listener. So let's come to here, and you can add text input to enter password. So the password here has a placeholder, has a security text entry, mean it has a star when you type, and it saves the state to type password. So we have two fields, email and password, and then user type to it and press register or login. Yes, so here we have two buttons here. So these two buttons must be added into a view. So these two buttons will be inside a view. We have a login button, we have a register button, and each of the button has a function on press. So we have function on register, we have function on login. So where are these two functions? So now I define this. I define this now. So I copy these two function name and define some arrow function here. On register is an arrow function. On login is an arrow function. And inside the function we can register. Firstly, register. If the user has not been registered, you can create user with email and password. So it is a registration process, which the input is type email and type password, and then if it is successful, it come to here, and you have to update the user state with the object user as a login user. And for simply, you can use this name login user and set the login user to the user object of state. And then I console log to the screen that you register user with user to JSON. Yes, you convert it to the JSON to see the detail object. Yes, you can convert it to JSON. So open debugger and open the emulator or simulator in iOS. So type your firstly refresh reload. Yes, and you type your email here. For example, abc123 gmail.com 123456 is a password, and register. Okay, why error? User is not defined. Why it is error? Here the error is here because you can print the login user or the this.state.user. So copy login user here. Yes, you can see the login user after you log in, and you refresh here to remove the old user by delete account. Yes, and then you can okay, delete I can register again. abc123 at gmail.com 123456 and press register. Okay, so you can see that the log here is a detailed information of your register or your new user with the user ID, the display name, email, and not password. Remember that not password. So we refresh the user list, and you see that this is new user here, and the provider is email and password, the sign date. Okay, so what about the on login? You can you can do the same as on register by copy this code line and paste to here, and change a little bit with login, and use the sign in with email and password. So you can type the correct email and password, and it will show to the console log that you successfully log in with user. Yes, and press login. Okay, so it shows to the screen login with user and the detail user here. So in this case, you have just logged in successfully with your user and password. What about the unsubscriber? This object will listen for the change. So you can set this object when you mount the component, and it calls the on authenticate state change. It means that when the user change or the state the state of authentication is changed, it will call to this, and you can set and refresh the state by setting the state to the new user, the old user to the changed user, and you have to unsubscribe this when the component is dismount. Okay, okay, this is the end of my content of the lesson today. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos, and you can download code from GitHub to see more here, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.